But that's a beautiful little, lest we forget, Anzac Day. I want to thank all our servicemen and women, everybody that has ever sacrificed anything for the country that we live in, to be able to do what we do and do what we love every day. Hi everybody, today I'm going to do a beautiful little Anzac Day wreath. Anzac Day is super important to me and my family. It digs deep in me to celebrate Anzac Day, and I love doing flowers for Anzac Day. I love celebrating our war veterans. I love giving respect to the people that need respect, who have earned respect, and I'm just so proud of the country that we live in. So it's an absolute pleasure that I get to do a beautiful Anzac Day wreath for you today. I'm just going to get straight into it. I've got some fantastic Australian product. I'm only going to use Australian product for this, which is only fitting, and I'm just going to get straight into it. So what we need to do to start with is just base out the wreath, and all the way around I've got some beautiful gum. Just cutting it off in sections. Might trim it down a little bit. Once I get my flow on, I know what I'm doing. I get nervous to start with, of course. All the way around. And continue that through the whole base. I've soaked the oasis in water. So it's got a lot of fluid in there. It gets a little bit weighty, but perfect. These flowers will sit fresh and beautiful for quite some time. Use some of this beautiful Umbrella Fern. What I'm going to do with that, instead of using the whole thing, I'm just going to take off the forks of it, strip off the bottoms, and just layer that around. One up, one down. I'm going to use some beautiful coastal candy proteas, and because they're such a big flower, I'm actually going to make them all go in the same direction. So that's what I'm going to do, make sure that my greenery is flowing in the same direction, so it looks a little bit cohesive all the way. I use a bit of this nice broadleaf foliage also to fill in some gaps. That's the Viburnum. You can see the base of this is really starting to come together now. And you're just filling up all the holes. Lots of greenery. Okay, I'm going to use these beautiful coastal candies. Give them a trim. Now you don't need these very long at all. Strip that off. Cut them on an angle, and then because we have 5 of them, we're going to redo that one, sorry about that. Just going to more of an angle down. I'm just going to place them visually, just so I know I get my spacings right. So that's cool, I'm happy with that. And in we go with those. Looking quite gorgeous there now. Move that out of the way a little bit, just to show you the shape that that's taking. Looking quite nice. This little guy's popped out, so I'm just going to pop it in. I've been a little bit too rough. Now I'm going to start filling it up again with some beautiful little daisies. This is a really cool exercise to do for yourself. Making an Anzac Day wreath with your family and then going to your dawn service. We use some beautiful celosia. Now these are quite a thick stem on these. I don't want to put heaps of colour in, I just want a beautiful pop of colour. Just little there we go. Into the floral foam it goes. Cleaning that off. Even these little bits that are on the end, even though they're not a fully formed flower, I'm just going to use the stem of it and just that little tiny bit of colour there just to brighten it up here and there. That's cool. And then I'm just going to make it pop with these gorgeous yellow daisies. Towards the end, what I'll do is fill her up with foliage and fill up all the holes so you can't see any of the oasis workings there. And they've got some beautiful alicarpus that just has a little bit of a red leaf on it. It gives you a little bit of different tonings. There's gold through it, there's red through it, that really kind of picks up the reds and the golds and the yellows. Now these are very standard flowers you can get all year round. Maybe not the protea, but you could use Banksia or another focal flower in that case. But these are all beautiful Australian grown products that you can use to make up something that's really sentimental, beautiful. So from the top looking down, that looks really good. So what I'm going to do is just check my roundabouts, make sure that we're all covered. A few little holes here. It's a little bit more time consuming. But if you put on the music, have a glass of wine, think about all the sacrifices people have made for us to live in this amazing country. It's actually quite a beautiful therapeutic thing you can do for yourself. You get the kids to join in. It's really fun. I've got a little hole here. I'm just going to fill that one up, and then I'm going to start looking around the outside. Okay. Now, I would like a little bit more of this Umbrella Fern. So I really love the feel of that through it. It's a little bit Jurassic, I love it. Couple more pieces and I think then we're all done there. Bring that up. There we've got a beautiful Anzac wreath. Now if you had a beautiful purple Lest We Forget ribbon, you could just secure that with a little bit of wire on each end of the ribbon. So you just wire the wire on itself with the little ribbon through it. You stick it in one side, Lest We Forget over the top, and then you secure it in the other side with the other prong of the wire, and that will just hold firmly within your wreath. But that's a beautiful little Lest We Forget Anzac Day. I want to thank all our servicemen and women, everybody that has ever sacrificed anything for the country that we live in, to be able to do what we do and do what we love every day, in peace, in calm, in harmony, and yeah, just very lucky and feeling very blessed. Have a beautiful day, everybody.